For those of you that are accustomed to my YouTube channel, you know that I love horror games, horror movies, shows, all things horror, guys. I absolutely love. And one of the titles, guys, that I've been very excited about coming out is the Outlast Trials. It's a title, guys, that's up and coming, and it was supposed to release here in 2021, but it's starting to kind of feel that that's most likely not going to happen. And so what I want to talk about is, where is the Outlast Trials? Where is this title? This is a title that was very high on my most anticipated list for games of the future, and we haven't seen much and haven't heard really a lot ever since we got those images that were released as well as the trailer. And so I want to talk about, where is the Outlast Trials? I would love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. So let's get into it, guys. So first of all, the Outlast Trials, if you guys are excited about the Outlast Trials, I have the Outlast Trials content here on the channel. You guys should check it all out. I'll keep you guys up to date as more information comes out about this title. But the first thing that really comes to mind, guys, when it comes to the Outlast Trials is that it is in a limbo state, a state of, you know, it's hard to tell when this game's and this title is going to come out. Now, is it creative differences over at the studio that's creating issues? What is it that is really holding us back here in the Outlast Trials? There's a number of things. I mean, first of all, guys, the pandemic has really shaken the world to its core, and I think that this is something that obviously the video game industry is still trying to figure out, and it certainly has put a lot of titles on the back burner as far as how long out it's going to be until they release, right? There's a lot of issues and logistics that these companies have to go through when it comes down to this pandemic and what it's really, you know, done to this industry. Sure, it's actually really helped the video game industry because a lot of people were stuck at home. Playing video games was something to do, right? Watching Netflix, whatever it might be. I think that the Outlast Trials has suffered a little bit, for sure, from the pandemic that happened. And so it was scheduled to come out this year, but obviously with this, you know, sometimes the stay-at-home orders and things of that nature has really shaken this up. And so I believe that the Outlast Trials is certainly still coming, but the problem is that it got delayed in a significant way due to when it was being planned on coming out, which was this year. That being said, could we still see it this year? Certainly. I do think, though, that they're going to want to continue ramping up the marketing and things of that nature to give as much exposure as they can. They're going to be going up against titles like Back 4 Blood. Obviously, Dead Space got announced, the Callisto Protocol. There's other titles that are coming out that are going to try to take away from what the Outlast Trials is trying to do. But what I think the Outlast Trials has that a lot of these titles don't, or at least we don't know yet, it's yet to be seen, is a full package. The Outlast Trials not only has a single-player story, it's got multiplayer, it's got co-op. It's got all three of those things to make up a AAA title, to make it something special. And I talk about that all the time on the YouTube channel, guys. Having a full package is huge when we talk about, you know, the longevity of a title, you know, as far as just how long can it withstand the test of time, things of that nature. So I think right now, number one is the pandemic, I'm sure put a real strain on the production of the Outlast Trials. Number two, though, of something that could be happening right now is there's some creative differences over at the studio. The developer team over at Red Barrels, it's hard to say, you know, are there some creative differences there? Are they trying to, you know, go in one direction, but then there's others that are on the board that are saying, no, we should go in this direction? Is there a problem there? It's very possible that there's something else going on here that is creating some issues. Do I believe, though, guys, that the Outlast Trials is going to come out at the end of the day? Absolutely. But there is a potential that it's in this limbo state. It could very well be in a development hell perspective where they're very behind. They have to meet certain, you know, quotas as far as, you know, getting things done in a timely manner in order to get this released. It's hard to say, guys, but from what we've seen, from the trailer to the images that were released, I am very excited about this title, to say the least. I mean, I'm very excited to hear more about what's going on and what this game is all going to encompass, because I think it could be something really special. And the fact of the matter that the Outlast Trials, getting back to it being a full package, that also could be part of the reason why they're behind, because it's a full package. They're not just working on a single player story. They're not just working on a multiplayer or just a co-op mode. They're working on all three of those things. So, in order to really deliver on all three, you got to have a pretty decent sized team that's working and clicking on all cylinders. And if that's not happening, whether it's due to the pandemic, creative differences, whatever it might be, that can certainly delay a title. So with that being said, guys, the Outlast Trials, I do believe that it's still going to be coming. When? It's hard to say. Could it be 2022 or even further, like 2023? I think, guys, that we're going to hear more about the Outlast Trials, if not later this year, in some point in 2022. And then we can certainly continue talking about, I would say the release date probably would come out when they release their next trailer or announce it on Twitter, whatever the case might be. And I'll be sure to give you guys more information, keep you all up to speed as more information comes out about the Outlast Trials. But what do you guys think about the Outlast Trials? Where do you think it is? Is it in development hell right now? Or is it in a limbo state or a state of no return? Are they really behind, that being red barrels when it comes to the pandemic? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below, and let's have a real conversation about it. And for more of the Outlast Trials content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.